I want to bring before you the representative of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan here in the city of Denver. I bring before you Herman Muhammad.
Yes, sir. Please, can we keep it going for Brother David? How you brothers feel?
Nice.
Good. Y'all sure y'all alright?
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. Let us first start by saying, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. As students on this wonderful planet that we call Earth, as students of religion, we thank Allah for all of his messengers, all of his prophets, all of his great ones, and all of the scriptures that they brought. So we thank Allah for Abraham and Moses and the Israelite prophets and the divine revelation of the Torah or the Old Testament. We thank Allah for Jesus and his apostles and the divine revelation of the Injil, the Gospel, the New Testament. We thank Allah for Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the divine revelation of the Holy Quran. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon each and every one of these worthy servants of his. But as students of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, we can never thank Allah enough for his divine intervention in our affairs, for coming to us personally in the divine person of Master Fard Muhammad, who we say is the great Mahdi of the Muslims and the great Messiah of the Christians and the Jews. We thank him for, upon his arrival, raising up one, a Georgia-born black man, a beautiful black man who only went to the 3rd or 4th grade of school. It really don't matter. In our estimation, this man is the most powerful black man besides God himself who's ever walked the planet.
Come on.
We call him the exalted Christ, right? The most honorable Elijah Muhammad. But if I live to be 1,000, I can never thank Allah enough for the man I'm striving very hard to represent to you today.
Yes, sir.
He's a beautiful black man, an example really of a man. And he's been working amongst us for over 67 years. And he is an uncompromising truth teller, right?
That's right.
He's a father to the fatherless.
Yes, sir.
He is the leader in the absence of the leader.
That's
A
right.
teacher in the absence of the teacher. A guide in the absence of the guide.
Come on. Say it.
He is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And it is in their names that we greet you, my beautiful brothers, in the greeting words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
Now that simply means peace be unto you. And whenever we greet one another, we want to greet each other with a proper greeting. You know, it's not what's happening, what's popping, what's cracking. Hello, hell is low. Hi, yeah, we too high. That's part of our problem, right? So we always want to greet each other with peace. You know, whenever Jesus arrived amongst his followers, like Brother David was saying, he wouldn't say, how you doing? He would say, Shalom Alaikum or Assalamu Alaikum. Because Jesus spoke either ancient Aramaic or Hebrew or Arabic. So those are our original language. So when we greet one another, we greet each other in the proper way. We say, Assalamu Alaikum. All right? Today, man, I'm so honored, man, that you brothers would take your precious time to come and visit with us. And I'm always glad to see you. It always lifts my heart, man. And I mean that from the depth of my heart.
Thank you.
What we want to talk about today is a very, very powerful subject. And as usual, I always want to state our intention before we do anything. And we should do that. We should practice that in our daily lives. Before you do something, like before you pray, you're supposed to state your intention, right? Tell Allah, God, what it is that you want, right? And then ask Him for it, and see Him bless you. Trust and believe.
Yeah.
But we're not here to make mockery or entertain. We're here to enlighten, to educate, to edify, to inspire. And if we do that, all praise belongs to Allah. That is certainly our intention.
That's right.
But this subject that we're taking up is really a beautiful subject. And I was inspired to take this subject up because last week, actually this was last week now, because today is the first day of the week. But this past Thursday, we had a fundraiser for our mosque here, our study group. And it was a celebration of my barbershop's 25 years being in business.
Go ahead.
And so we had a anniversary skate party.
Okay.
And we all went to Skate City, and we put our skates on and we did our thing, bopped around, we rolled, bounced, and rock skated. And woke up sore the next morning. But it was a beautiful display of unity. And it was a beautiful display of love that was shown to the brothers of my barbershop, and really us as a community, because of a duty that we have been performing for the past 25 years. Right?
Yes.
So it was just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time. So the subject is entitled The Call of Duty. And at the bottom I got love. The call of duty, or love, right? And there's a very famous video game. I'm not a gamer. Any gamers up in here?
Call of Duty.
They have Call of Duty. It's a game, and they'll have all of these different subtitles to it. But it always got to do with a whole lot of killing, right? Call of Duty. Ghost Recon or Devil Dog or whatever, but it always got something to do with killing. But we're talking about the call of duty and or love, because like I was saying with regards to this event, the people came based off of their love for what we've been doing in the community for the past 25 years.
Right.
And what we've been doing for the past 25 years, it's been really a duty. Right? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Now this is a beautiful, beautiful subject, because in the Quran and in the Bible, you always hear about duty. Sometimes you hear about love. But we're in this space because of, in truth, I hope we're in this space because of our love for Allah, our love for God, our desire to do His will. Is that right?
That's right, sir.
So let's do a little bit of let's clear some words so that we know exactly what we're talking about. We don't ever want to just get up here and just say some stuff.
Come on.
We always want to be clear. We always want you to understand exactly what we're talking about.
Right.
We always want you to get something that you can use every day. That's our purpose here, man. We don't want you just to come here, show up, and just that brother was rapping. No, man. We want to give you something that you can use. All right.
Yeah.
So the first word that we want to define is duty, right? Duty is something that one is expected or required to do by moral or legal obligation. The binding or obligatory force of something that is morally or legally right, such as a moral or legal obligation. An action or task required by a person's position or occupation, function. The respectful and obedient conduct due a parent. Wow, that's powerful. A superior elder, etc. An act or expression of respect. A task or chore that a person is expected to perform. These are all definitions of duty, right? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Now we talked about love as well, so let's define love. Let's see what Mr. Webster got to say about love. All right. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Love. It's a whack definition, by the way.
Come on.
A profound, tender, passionate affection for another person. A feeling of warm personal attachment or deep affection, as for a parent, child, or friend. Sexual passion or desire. A verb, loved, loving. To have love or affection for. To have a profoundly tender, passionate affection for another person. That's Mr. Webster's definition of love, which is very, 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 very shallow, by the way.
Yes, sir. Very.
But let's get back to duty, because we're talking about the call of duty or the call of love. Now, when you talk about duty, something that one is expected or required to do by moral or legal obligation, right? And really, what this is talking about is something that you gotta do. Duty, I mean, we can say, man, I gotta do this, right? It's my duty. But when we go to the root of the word, because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that we always go to the root. We don't ever deal with surface knowledge. Surface knowledge is what the devil deals with, and that's how he's able to trick and lie to us so much. Because he's talking, but we don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's always talking on the surface, but there's always something beneath.
Come on.
That's gonna burn you or catch you or get you locked up.
Come on.
Trust and believe. That's why they tell you when you get arrested, what's they say? What's your Miranda rights? It says you have the right to remain silent.
Right.
Watch this part though. Anything you say can and will be held against you, right?
That's right.
That's what they tell you, because they know they talking on the surface, man. But once you get into that courtroom, the judge and the lawyers are speaking a totally different language. They go into the root of the word, which gets us caught up. So the etymology of duty comes from the Anglo or French duete, the Old French du, D-E-U, ode, which means ode, proper, just. Debutus means, or deber, which means to owe. The sense of a tax or fee on import, such as, etc. Right? So basically, a duty is something you owe.
Come on.
The call of duty. The duty is something you owe. The question is, who do you owe?
Come on. Good question.
Yes. Come on with it. Break it down.
Look, who you owe is Allah. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Who you owe is Allah. Now we're gonna come back to it, because now we want to go to the root of love. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So y'all got it? Duty is something you owe. Okay. So now we talked about love being this profoundly tender, passionate affection. Basically, to be affectionate or affection, a feeling warm, just make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. I love you.
Yes, sir.
Right? but we go to the root of it. Comes from the Old English, Lufian, to feel love, for, cherish, show love, to delight in, approve, right?
Yes.
Again, that's the root of the word. It comes from Old English or German.
Actually. Yes, sir.
But again, we still real shallow.
Come on.
We are
Yes,
so
sir.
very shallow.
To love.
Especially when you hear expressions like God is love.
We didn't understand.
Right?
Yes, sir.
That's super duper shallow right there. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us the true definition of love.
Come on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said, love, put your seatbelts on, is freedom, justice, and equality.
Yes, sir.
That's love.
Yes, sir.
That's love.
Yes, sir.
So, brother, if you love her, you gotta give her freedom, justice, and equality.
That's right.
Come on.
If you love him, sister, you gotta give him freedom, justice, and equality.
That's right. That's right.
Love don't chain you up.
It showed them.
Ooh, talk about
That's
that.
right. That's right. Talk about that.
Love does not chain you up. Love sets you free.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
If you love her, you're not trying to control her.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you love her, you set her free.
Come on, come on. Yes, sir.
If she wanna go, let her go.
That's
Please,
right.
please, please,
That's
please.
right.
That's love.
Yes, sir.
If he wanna go, let him go.
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Don't go get your pistol.
No. Some do. No, that's not how you do it.
Some of us do that now.
Oh, yeah, they do.
I can't
Go get
have
your
it.
pistol. You waiting outside in the bushes.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
If I can't have him, can't nobody have him.
Come on, that's right.
If I can't have him, can't nobody have him. Don't go do that, because that's not love.
No,
That's
sir.
something totally different. That is obsession.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
insanity.
Yes, sir.
You gotta leave that alone, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We never in prison.
I remember, y'all remember the movie Boomerang?
Yes.
With Eddie Murphy and Halle Berry.
Yeah.
And there was a scene where Eddie Murphy had done his thing. He was out all night doing whatever he was gonna do. And then he came back to Halle Berry and he was pleading his case. And he like, but I love you. And she was like, love, should have brought you home last night. See, love is an action word.
That's right.
That's right.
And so when we're talking about spiritual things, when we're talking about Bible, when we're talking about Holy Quran, when we're talking about God, God is love. Why? Because God gives us freedom, justice, and equality.
Yes, sir.
We got this flag behind us. We got this flag on our shoulders, which represent freedom, justice, and equality.
That's right. Yes, sir.
That's what God gives, because God is love. Right? So those words are interchangeable, because in God giving us love, He's giving it to us because it is His duty.
Yes,
Yeah.
come on.
Think that over now.
Yes, sir.
That's His duty. You said, God got a duty? He has something that He has to do.
Can't help it.
Yes, He has something that He has to do. He's compelled to do it because that's the nature of who He is.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So He gives us freedom, justice, and equality. The thing that Allah gives us, or He gives everything that He created, is everything that He created, He has a duty to also create a means of its subsistence.
Yes, sir.
So if He put the ant here, He got to provide a way for the ant to eat, to live, to survive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's the mercy and the love of God. But that is His duty.
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Man.
Means of subsistence.
So in this book, Holy Quran. If you don't have a Quran, you should definitely get your Holy Quran.
Facts.
The Holy Quran speaks of love. The Holy Quran speaks of duty. It speaks of love in the romantic terms, or the way the average person would speak of love. Male, female relationships, about 7 times.
That'd be God's word, right?
About 7 times.
Yes, sir.
But it speaks of duty,
Amen.
and as it relates to love, Allah to man, 76 times.
Come on. Go ahead.
So it speaks of duty, those words being interchangeable, love and duty, with regards to Allah's love or duty to man, or man's duty to Allah, 7 times more than it speaks about romantic love.
Here you go. Talk about that.
Man.
Most important.
Man.
That's a powerful lesson right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That really shows us that what we should be focusing on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, it really does. So we're gonna open that Quran up by Allah's permission. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna just show you a few ayats or verses from the Quran that speak of this duty. All right. First one. Oh, you who believe, keep your duty to Allah, and let every soul consider that which it sends forth for the morrow. And keep your duty to Allah. Surely Allah is aware of what you do. Now let's piece that part a little bit. Oh, you who believe. Stop right there. That's speaking to somebody very specific. Because if you don't believe, don't even worry about it.
That's right.
Don't even waste your time. But if you believe, keep your duty to Allah, and let every soul consider that which it sends forth for the morrow. Listen, what's that saying in hood terms?
Yes, sir. Break it down, brother. Break it down.
Watch what you put out.
Right.
Everything that you do has a consequence.
That's right.
Every good
Yes, sir.
has a consequence.
Yes, sir.
It has a reward.
Praise God.
But every evil has a consequence as well.
Yes, sir.
And you're not seeing it today, but you sure gonna see it tomorrow.
Come on.
So keep your duty to Allah. That is what you have to do. In thanks to Allah for giving you everything that He gave you. Woo, that's powerful, man.
Yes. Come on with it.
Can you count the number of gifts that Allah has given you?
No, sir.
Keep the hairs on the head.
Go ahead. That's right.
He gave you 100,000 gifts today.
Yes.
My heartbeat.
You'd be like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. You can give
Breathing,
a gift.
seeing,
Your heart's still beating.
That's right.
That's right.
How many
It
times?
beats 100,000 times a day.
Right.
sir.
Without you
Right.
even thinking about it.
Right.
Electricity, brother. That's a lie.
Woo! Oh, you who believe, keep your duty to Allah and speak straight words.
There you go.
He will put your deeds into a right state for you and forgive you your sins. And whoever... You got it, brother. You don't, as long as it's blinking. Your name could be remembered in infamy if you do something just so foul that the whole world remembers you. But who wants to go down like that?
No, sir.
Right, Hitler.
Neil Pope with us.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. We're going to keep going.
Look at that holy book.
Oh, you who believe. Again, If you don't believe, this ain't for you. Keep your duty to Allah and seek a means of nearness to Him, and strive hard in His way that you may be successful.
Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's right.
Man,
Seek means. Seek a means of it.
Yes.
seek a means of nearness to Him.
There's a lot of means. Seek a means.
Seek a means. What is the means by which we get close to God?
Come on, brother.
Now, what is the means? What do we do? Look, man. We have examples in our midst. We have an example in our midst right
Yes, sir.
now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's right here.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
All praise be to God. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Listen, Jesus, one of the beautiful things about Jesus as a messenger, as a prophet, as a servant of God, is he's an example.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Follow. Yes, sir. Example to follow.
And when I talk about Jesus, I'm not talking about
Go ahead, brother. Big and plain.
this fella.
Go ahead, brother. Sweet light. He ain't sweet, brother.
I'm not talking about him.
He's bitter. Very bitter.
I'm not talking about him. This is the picture of the cracker, excuse me,
Go ahead.
the Caucasian
He cracked our backs. Yes, sir.
that they gave us and they told us was Jesus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But just like everything white people ever told us, they was lying.
Lying. Said everything, brother.
This is not Jesus. He don't look nothing like that. I just showed you who Jesus
Yes, sir,
was
brother.
and is. There he is.
That's right. Yes, sir. But make it plain.
There he is.
In our midst, brother.
In our midst. But Jesus is an example to us.
Yes, sir.
He shows us the means whereby we can get nearness to Allah.
Come on, teacher.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother. Good teacher.
The means is going after your fellow brother and sister.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You don't have to do it the same way he does it. You do it in your way.
That's right.
Come on.
Thank you for clarifying.
See, you can't be Minister Farrakhan any more than you could be Brother Herman.
Facts.
Right.
Facts. Facts.
You gotta be the best you that you can be.
Great.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
And just talk to our people, talk to your brother, talk to your sister about Allah. Right?
Yes, sir.
But the most beautiful example or way that we can show our people what Allah has done is by showing them what Allah has done for you.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Good teacher, brother. It's the truth, brother.
That's the truth.
truth.
So our lives have to be transformed
Yes.
by what it is
That we say. Yeah.
that we say we subscribe to.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, sir.
And that depends, brothers and sisters, solely on us.
Facts. Yes, sir, brother.
Man.
Yes, sir, brother.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you who believe.
Ooh, I like this one. I never seen this one. I just probably read it, but I went over it quick.
Keep your duty to Allah
Be with the truth.
and be with the truth.
Woo-hoo.
Yes, sir.
Man, that's powerful, man.
Right there.
Look, man. That's all about watching the company that you keep.
That's right.
Right? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Man. That's all about watching the company that you keep.
That's important.
That's important. Because
Come on, brother.
the company that we keep will shape and mold you into the person that you are. If you hang around gangsters and dope dealers, chances are, if you're not already, you're going to end up being a gangster and a dope dealer.
That's right.
I mean, chances are. It don't have to be so, but chances are. If you're trying to live a righteous life, but you hang around with people who don't engage in righteousness at all,
Right.
then it's going to be hard for you to live a righteous life. It's going to be difficult.
Yes, sir.
So, we're taught that the only friends of the believer are Allah and the true believer. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Yeah, it
sir.
makes sense.
You know what I'm saying, brother? So, we don't want to be around people who are untruthful. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Man, this beautiful black man right here, the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
It is young and ye.
Man, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that the hiding of truth is a very dangerous thing. When you hang around untruthful people, that's a dangerous thing. Because if you're moving off of information that is not true, that type of information can get you killed.
Come on.
That's right.
Think it over now. Think it over. If I knew that someone was after you and they had an AK-47 and some mean intentions, and I saw you or I saw them go over there, and you said, and you came up on me and asked me, brother, which way did they go? And I said, he went over there. In other words, I'm leading you right to the man with the AK-47 because you're going to go that way.
Right.
That's a dangerous thing. And that's what it is when you hang around untruthful people, because lies, man, absolutely, lies beget lies. Lies are gonna lead to something greater. Eventually, lying leads to thievery. Thievery leads to killing. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So, we don't want to hang around untruthful people. Be with the truthful. Oh, you who believe, fight those of the disbelievers who are near to you and let them find firmness in you. And know that Allah is with those who keep their duty. Man, know that. Fight those of the disbelievers who are near to you.
Let them find firmness.
That one is tough for a lot of us. Because, you know, as we enter into this new life, if we're coming out of a life of sin and going into a life where we're striving to be righteous, we don't want to look like we squares, or look like we L7s to our partners. Y'all know what an L7 is, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
That's real. You know what I mean? Because it says fight those of the disbelievers who are near to you.
Might be your mom.
Yeah, man. Might be your own family.
Yes,
Mom, dad, husband, wife,
That's right.
children.
Yep.
yes sir.
Got it.
And understand that when we talk about fighting, we're not talking about, you know what I'm saying, fisticuffs.
Yes,
No, sir.
yes,
That's
yes.
low end, brother.
We're talking about on a higher level, just the way that we move and the way that we do things, right? Don't succumb, and I know, you know, we all grown up in here, but don't succumb to peer pressure. You know, grown people are subject to peer pressure too.
That's right.
Facts, facts. Facts.
Because we live in such a world that is so contrary to God
Facts.
that the devil makes evil fair seeming.
Yes, right. Yes, sir.
So if you don't drink anymore, you don't smoke anymore, you don't eat no swine anymore, right? You don't go to them places that you used to go where you know all manner of evil and debauchery is taking place.
Yes, sir.
What's the first thing that your friends ask you?
What happened to you?
They say, nigga.
That's usually the first word. That's usually the first word, brother. We call nigga like our first name. Tell the truth, brother.
You know
What's wrong with you?
That'd be something wrong with
Ain't that what they say? What's wrong with you?
what's right with me.
You don't want this. You don't want this 40. You don't want this wine. You don't want this Hennessy. This
Right.
brown nigga. Brown. You don't want no brown nigga, brother. They say, what's wrong with you?
That's unfortunate.
Babylon, man. Babylon.
You don't want to smoke this Incredible Hulk.
How you like that incredible?
That green crack. When they got so many, this sativa, this indica, they got so many weeds in Colorado, man. Boy. And that ain't even weed no more.
No, that's
That's straight up chemistry you smoke.
yes.
But if you don't want to hear it, they like, man, what's wrong with you?
Facts.
What's wrong with you? You go to the barbecue and you know Uncle Leroy on the grill and he got ribs smoking. Yes, sir. Like, man, man, just give me some potato salad and some of that salad over there and macaroni and cheese. You be like, man, you don't want no ribs.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Gristle. That gristle.
They want to know what's wrong. Because the enemy, the devil has made evil fair seeming, man. All of that stuff is killing you.
That's right.
It's killing us. It's killing us as a people.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Facts.
Did you know, man, alcohol, and I say alcohol because it's the most dangerous of all of those drugs. You might say crack or heroin or meth or any of them things. They're all terrible.
They are.
But alcohol is the most dangerous of all of those substances because it's the most socially acceptable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good point. Great
Liquor
point.
store on every corner.
Facts.
Right.
It's America.
Talk about that.
Baby Rome.
A person, think this over now. A person can go to the liquor store, buy a bottle of whatever they're gonna drink the whole thing while they're in the car.
Yes, sir.
Get in the car, drive off, and kill 6, 7, 8 people.
Yep. That didn't happen just a couple of days.
And the person who sold them the liquor is not responsible at all.
Yeah. Great point, bro.
Think that over now. He came to your business and got that. But you're not responsible at all.
They sell drugs too.
Because it's socially acceptable. So that's the most dangerous thing because it's almost as we grow up, brothers, and insert your memory as to when you was a kid coming up, when you're 14, 15, 16, when is the first time you had a drink of alcohol and how it came about. 9 times out of 10, it was given to us by an adult.
Facts. They force you.
That's real.
Think that over now.
That's so real.
And if you got drunk and threw up, they clowns say, oh, he couldn't handle the liquor, but we gonna grow him up. You You know what I'm saying? That's a sickness
Yes, sir, brother.
amongst our people
Yeah.
because the enemy again has made evil fair seeming. Oh man. So once you firm in Allah
Go ahead, brother. Go into that.
and what God has given you, man, you be like, man, I'm good. I'm good. No, thank you. See, I know what that does to me. I know that there are no redeeming qualities about alcohol and drugs whatsoever.
That's right.
Demon qualities.
I am putting a poison in my body, point blank.
Yes, that's
Yes, sir.
real.
It is a toxin.
Yes, sir.
So if we're putting that in our bodies after knowledge, man, we're not being firm in Allah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fine, firm.
Yes, sir. Come on with it. Come on with it.
All right, brother. Fine,
You say-
firmness. I have to look that word up, brother. Firm.
Brother, this is an addiction,
Yes, sir.
and it's true. You know, many of our people are addicted to drugs, addicted to alcohol, addicted to cigarettes. Cigarettes is it's more addicting than heroin,
Yes, it is.
nicotine. But here's what I want you all to consider. Is Allah more powerful than your addiction?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
It's really that simple.
It is.
Is God more powerful than your addiction?
Yes,
If it's a cigarette, this is a little piece of tobacco wrapped in some white paper with some other chemicals in it and a menthol filter. Think this over now. But you and I are made in the image and after the likeness of God Himself.
Yes, sir.
Y'all not hearing me.
Absolutely.
We're made in the image and likeness of God Himself.
That's right.
Which means that we are God.
Come on.
The same God that put the sun out into the universe.
Come on.
The moon, the stars. The same God who created the ants and the worms and the wolves and the lions and the beasts of the earth. Every creeping thing that crawls, all the creatures and fish in the sea. That same God, you His son.
Come on. That's right.
Come
Beautiful.
on with it.
Think that over now, but I got an addiction.
Wow. Wow.
The same God that fashioned everything that we see. It was a God who made this microphone.
Yes, sir.
It was a God who made this MacBook, this television. Think that over.
Yes, sir.
But we have an addiction.
Something that we created.
See, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teach us that there is nothing,
That's right. Come on with it.
nothing that is more powerful than a mind made up.
Woo! Talk about that.
Come on.
Made of mind. That's right.
Think that over now.
Yes.
Anything that you want to do, you can't accomplish.
Just gotta be.
Anything. You just gotta make up your mind.
That's right.
Come on with it, brother.
We opened up. This is the reason why God came. We opened up talking about God coming in the person. And I said, I bear witness that God came.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But guess what? He came in 1930. I wasn't there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how is it that I can bear witness? See, when you go to court, they put a Bible and they say you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You bear witness.
Yes, sir.
And if you put your hand on that Bible and you lie, they can charge you with perjury. They can put you in jail for that. Right?
That's right.
Yes, sir.
So when we stand up and we bear witness, what I'm saying is I'm telling you the unadulterated truth. I am a witness witness bearer. But Brother Herman, you weren't there. How can you bear witness?
Your life. Come on, come on.
Because God came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, I'm now realizing that God came in the person of Brother Herman Muhammad.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Adios, Muhammad. So the Mordecai X, each and every one of you brothers, God is in your person.
That's right. Come on with it, brother.
But you gotta make up your mind to let him come out. Because guess who else is in there?
Devil.
Come on.
Shaitan up in there too now.
Running wild. Running happy.
And he usually having a field day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We don't know why the hell we do what we do.
Yes,
We just get up and do it.
Yes,
We
sir.
just letting Shaitan have remote control.
Come on. Come on.
He doing his thing.
Yes, sir.
But you can move him smooth out the way. That's why God came.
Right. Come on, brother.
So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that every time I see a black man or a black woman, I'm looking at God.
That's right.
Because he's moving Shaitan out the way.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Man, look. The call to duty. The call to duty, or the call of duty. Look at them brothers and sisters on that picture.
Come on. Wow,
Man, look.
You was there.
Man,
Okay, right there.
God is moving today. He's moving in each and every one of us. But we have to make that decision to be dutiful to Him. And when I say be dutiful to Him, the only way we show our love to Allah is not by what we say.
Come on, come on, come on.
I love God.
Come on, come
Do
on.
you? Really? I love God with all my heart, my soul, my spirit.
You gonna test that?
Show me.
You gonna test all of that?
See, it's not about what we say. The only way is about what we do.
That's right.
That's it. That's all. That's the only way we can show God that we really love Him. That's the only way we can show each other how we really love each other.
Come on.
That's right.
It's by what we do. Like the act of Brother Ansar going and grabbing you brothers this morning, that's an act of love.
Yes, that's right. Come on.
All praises due to Allah. When we go out and get our people and give them the latest edition of the Final Call,
Yes, sir.
that's an act of love.
Praise be to Allah.
When we show one another and give one another a kind word, right? When we see our brother or our sister down the dumps and we ask him, brother, you all right? Sister, you all right?
Yes, sir. That means everything.
That's an act of love.
Yes, sir.
Just that little bit of compassion
Facts. Facts.
could take somebody off the edge.
Oh my
Yes, it
God.
could.
Better tell him, Devin.
Come on with
Yes,
it.
sir. That's real.
That is the love that we have to show one another. So today, brothers and sisters, presents an awesome opportunity to show our love. Fly, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad will always say, fly to Allah. Answer this call of duty and get with the Messiah in our midst, who is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And with that, family, I want to thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope and pray that you all got something out of this message today.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you all, man, for coming. Thank you all for being so attentive. And I'm going to leave you as I greeted you in peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Wow.
It's your brother Herman Supreme Style Muhammad. just wanted to drop in and let you know what we have going on. In addition to our community work that we've been doing for years, and in addition to being the sole proprietor of Supreme Style Barbershop, where we've been serving the community for close to 25 years, now we've partnered up with an insurance company called Ethos in an effort to help our people with life insurance. That's something that we all need. I know it's something that we don't want to think about, but it is something that we all need if we want to leave anything to our loved ones when we leave this space. So do me a favor, click on the link or go to our website astar2.com and click on the Ethos page. We'll see you on the other side.